Welcome to Lamia Italy, a series of short videos about Italy by a Brit with Italian blood who's lived in Britain and Italy and loves them both. Where is the geographic centre of Italy? It shouldn't really matter, but in some ways it does, and many places claim that honour. You might have thought it was a simple task to find it, but it depends how you deal with the outlying parts of Italy, so there are several candidates. I'm going to look at a couple of them and what you can see near them. Geographer Giuseppe Angeletti determined that the centre of Italy is near Narnia in Umbria, much to the annoyance of the people of Rieti in Lazio. That point near Narnia is very close to the Ponte, which is a Roman bridge carrying the aqueduct Formina to Narnia. The aqueduct was in use until 1923. Narnia has a long continuous history, going back to Paleolithic times. It boasts a cathedral, as well as being the birthplace of Roman Emperor Nerva, and being the origin of the name Narnia in the C.S. Lewis books. Not bad for a small town of 20,000 people. It also has an incredible Roman bridge, Il Ponte d'Augusto, which crosses the Nera River. It was one of the largest Roman bridges ever built, and even today it stands 30 metres high. It carried the Roman road, the Via Flaminia, which ran from Piazza del Popolo in Rome to Rimini and the Adriatic Sea. I first glimpsed the bridge from the train that goes under one of its arches, but you see it much better from the road. Sadly, you can no longer climb it like you could on the Grand Tour a couple of hundred years ago. Narnia's gain as the centre of Italy was Foligno's loss. Foligno even used to have a bar which described itself not merely as the centre of Italy, but il centro del mondo, or the centre of the world. It had a billiards table with a pin marking the supposed spot. The bar is no longer there, but the town council continues to make the claim, and there is a stone in the shop to commemorate the spot. Not many tourists go to Foligno, but it's one of those Italian towns which in any other country would be a must-see, but it's just an also-ran in Italy. It offers cathedral, abbey, medieval architecture, piazzas, as well as its own version of the Palio of Siena, La Quintana. However, if you are in search of the centre of Italy, I would suggest Italy's greatest waterfall, described by Lord Byron as horribly beautiful, and the subject of one of his best poems, La Cascata, delle Marmore. It is man-made, but was created by the ancient Romans when they diverted the river Velino for drainage purposes. It was a highlight of the Grand Tour and features prominently in my Baedeker guide of 1904. The water is used for hydroelectricity, so you need to do your research, otherwise I know from bitter experience, all you will see is a trickle. When the water is flowing, it's amazing and worth seeing. The photos don't really do it justice. In Roman times, much of this area was covered by the ancient lake Velino, which was drained by the Romans, creating La Cascata delle Marmore in the process, although flooding remained a problem in the area into the last century. And let's spare a thought for Rieti, whose claim goes back to antiquity, so has some validity, even if not geographically correct. Rieti also has Monte Terminillo, which in its heydays of the 60s and 70s was a leading ski resort, despite being just 60 miles from Rome and remarkably far south. I hope you will agree that this is a wonderful part of Italy, with lots to see and an interesting history. And if you would like to see more videos like this, please remember to subscribe. In the meantime, in bocca al lupo, and I'll see you soon.